On this edition of Talking Preps, pleased to be joined by Scott Williams, the head golf coach for both the boys and girls at Fayetteville High School. How are you, Coach?
I'm very good. Thank you, Blair.
Kind of how did the pandemic affect you and your golf program before we get first thing?
Well, I mean, other than, it really disrupted the normalcy of what we were doing. I mean, uh, I don't have a full team yet because it interfered with our tryouts. So we've yet to have those. I happen to be thankful for the people in our administration that's working to solve this problem, and I know they're coming soon. But it's with the restrictions and all that have been placed on society itself, it's something that we're working through, but we're being very conscious about making sure that it is safe and that we're following the guidelines and just to make it a better environment for everyone. But so it's hit us pretty hard.
So where are we at now in terms of what you can do? Because I know people see people out playing golf, but it's not that simple right now.
Well, that is correct. And one thing that we've done is we've held our weekly Zoom meetings for my golf team, and we've had a good amount of conversations about what to do, when to do it. And I can tell you that most of my kids have been able to get out on the course and do some things as individuals, but we have not been able to meet as a group yet. And I know that football and some of the other teams have been able to go back on a limited basis right now. But I'm kind of waiting on some more openings as far as opening up a little bit more so that we can get back together with our team as a full unit. And one of the things that we have that's been kind of a hurdle for us to deal with is it's a good and bad type deal. I have my team from last year, minus my seniors, but I do not have any new people yet because we haven't had tryouts. But so that's exciting to know that that's in the future and it's coming. But so far, we've not been back together as a team in person yet.
It's interesting. People think, what's the golf team talk about in a Zoom meeting? But there's a lot to golf that's just talking over situations and scenarios too, right? It's not just the physical aspect of it.
No, that's very true. One of the things that we've done, and one of the things I've been the most proud of is between our weekly meetings, I share with them some golf instructional videos on how to improve different aspects of your game, whether it be putting, chipping, hitting off of a slope on the course, hitting out of bunkers, reading putts, shifting your weight during your swing, all those kind of things. And then we discuss those things. I post it out there for them, and they view it. And that leads us into discussions. And each of them can kind of tell me, hey, yeah, I've done that. And I've been in that situation before. And now I understand maybe how to address it a little differently to have a better outcome.
I guess one nice thing at this time is you can work on the chipping in the backyard. Now, not so much the driving and the long irons, but you can get out there in the yard, and I'm sure all of us have done a little bit, get that pitching wedge out there and hack it around. So would you expect their short games to kind of be more advanced than the other aspects of the game right now?
I would, Blair, and I think that you're spot on with that. I really think that is something that I can speak in confidence that my kids have done to really help themselves. And I refer back to the instructional videos that I send out for them. The one good thing that we've done is we've worked on, you're able to work not only on chipping And and you can put around the house too inside. Um, but with those two things, you can also have someone video on your phone your golf swing, so we can break down just the swing in general. You don't have to hit a golf ball, but we're looking more at form and maybe we can correct some of these slices and hooks and things that some of those discourage things that we don't want to have, so we can kind of work on improving our swing and being able to hit a golf ball more accurately.
Speaking of video, that's one of the things now with the way cell phones or now smartphones, no one calls them cell phones.
Yeah.
With the camera, I mean, video instruction was big, but it was pretty limited in who could access it for golf. And now everybody's got a camera in their pocket. So the video aspect of golf coaching and instruction has really, really skyrocketed in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and the one good thing about that is that, and I know that we've used this for ourselves, is our kids film each other, but during this time, and that's kind of like peer tutoring right there that takes place during one of our practices. But one of the big things and the helpful things that has happened during this time is kids can take a video or have someone take a video of them at their home, and they can send it to me, and we can watch, or I can watch it, or we can watch it together, and I can actually give them a little instruction right there as we're watching the video. And so that's been a huge plus, and something that you really don't think about on a daily basis of, hey, I have a tool that can help me get better in the form of a smartphone, and that's really amazing when you think about it.
It really is. So moving forward, any idea when you might be able to do tryouts?
Well, yeah, I do have a little bit of an idea. I don't want to get ahead of my administration.
Understandable.
I think that, and I'm very thankful for their guidance during this time. It's been exceptional to work for a school district that cares so much about their kids, and they've guided us through this process so far. But I do know that that's coming probably the 1st of July, which will be a quick turnaround for us because, as you know, we start the first week of August, or we're supposed to. And so far, we're still on course for that start date. So it'll be a quick turnaround, but I'm assuming after July 4th, and we'll get information out to everybody at that time, and we'll hit the ground running.
Yeah, I was just pull up the schedule, August 4th. I mean, golf's one of the unusual sports in that you guys start before school actually starts. Does that ever get complicated, or that's just the way it goes?
It's always for me. It's always. I'd like to say that I've gotten used to it over the course of the years. I think really the only hurdle that you have as a head golf coach with starting before school is we have several players, and this, because of circumstance, this may not be the case this year, but we have a lot of our players that play in these summer tournaments. So availability of players that you may have may be limited when the first couple of weeks until school starts. But I've dealt with that in the past, and it's not something that, because I don't think anybody wants to go into a competition with not having everybody available for you that you could have. But it is what it is, and those tournaments that they're playing in, they've either earned their way into one of those, which is a credit to them. And I look at it as that's going to get them better for us, and as our golf team goes. So I encourage them to do that. Most of those August tournaments that they it's a earn their way into over the course of the summer tournaments that they play. Uh, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's going to be the same case this year. I'm sure that it'll be a little different than in the past, um, but we'll just have to wait and see, because I think that some of these junior tournaments are going to start opening up in the next couple of weeks, pending that we're on the same course that we're on now, and getting to open up a little bit. I think that they'll be able to play some of those, and we'll just have to wait and see on that. But yeah, it can be a struggle for sure.
And we can follow. You can follow the Purple Dogs on Twitter there at Fayetteville Bulldog Golf. 27 state championships. What's the secret to your success?
Well, I wish I could say I'd been here for all those. But, the secret to it is um, having a community that golf is very important to this community. In this city of Fayetteville, there's a lot of people that um, take golf seriously, and it's a passion for them. They want their children to play golf, and they start them at an early age in our junior programs, whether it be at Paradise or Fayetteville Country Club or Stonebridge Meadows. And I think that's the one of the key things. The other key things are uh, coaches that we've had in the past that, like Kyle Adams, who has established a high standard for Fayetteville Bulldog golf. Um, and then I like to throw in there that you don't find many people that are as more competitive than me. Uh, and I kind of bring a different mindset to the table as far as the competitive edge to it, because I don't like to lose at anything. But it's not a win at all cost thing. But I think the expectation to be competitive and to be a top program, I think the kids grow up with that now. It's been established, and they know it's a big deal to be on Fayetteville golf team, whether you're male or female. And we know the expectations. We embrace those expectations, and it's kind of an understood ideology of this is who we are and this is what we want to be.
I want to ask you how your teams are going to be this year, but I feel like it's not really a fair question since you haven't had tryouts yet. Do you kind of have a feel for how the teams will be this year?
I do. I do. It's funny you said that, because, um, since last year ended, golf season anyway, we have, or I have, I'll say that, um, have looked into the future. I know that we have some young people that are going to be trying out. I'm excited to see some of those people perform and see what they can contribute to our golf program. Um, just being out on the golf course myself and seeing some of these kids that are growing up and knowing that they're coming my way, to go with what we have coming back. We have a very strong return of our girls that were runner up last year. I've got everybody back, and so that's a good feeling as a head coach to have everybody coming back from our runner up season. And in the boys program, we have several coming back, but I think that we're going to have enough kids that can fill in the gaps. We're going to be competitive. I'm not going to go out on a limb and tell you we're going to win a state championship, but I can tell you that that's our goal, and that's exactly what we will be trying to do on both sides, boys and girls.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of competitive, do you have time to play our quick quiz?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Most likely to take the family out to get a haircut or to a restaurant?
To a restaurant. Much to my wife's chagrin, I've cut my own hair a time or two, and I'm not qualifying myself as a barber, but out to a restaurant for sure.
Okay. Do you play a musical instrument?
Probably the drums.
Oh, nice. Musical taste, country or rock?
Uh, I like both, but I lean more towards the rock side.
Okay. Last movie you saw in a theater.
Oh, gee, that's been so long ago since because we haven't been able to get out. Um, wow. Well, Larry, I don't know that I can answer that one. I'm at a standstill here. Um, you know, you got to take in consideration that, like you said, we start before school starts. So if I go rewind from last year, and my anniversary is in that time too. So we start and go forward, and then we got shut down. So, wow. I don't know that I can answer that one because I don't know.
Okay.
That's how long.
Understand. We'll pass on that one. Have you done more work in the yard or cleaning the garage?
Definitely the yard.
That's the popular answer. No one wants to tackle it.
Hey, and for a difference, I have enjoyed it.
Oh, well, that's good. And it's good to get outside. It's healthy. That's a great answer. Everybody's yard's going to look great. Well, Scott, thank you so much for the time. As we get closer to the season, can we check back in with you and see what the latest is on Bulldog Golf? Awesome. Well, we look forward to that. All right. Well, thank you so much. Continued success, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you, Blair. Go Bulldogs.